Mr. Pancho is sailing in his ship. His ship rocks back and forth, and Pancho has cushy spots all about. And when he's rested and ready, he takes him a nibble of a treat and stares in the glistening triangular viewfinder that looks like a great big picture window in a huge cottage, except his cottage window is a spaceship or something, and it's beautiful and easy for Pancho to observe. It is a most odd shape. It looked to me as a pearl surrounded by jewels of blue and gold. But it was a planet of sorts, and Pancho was heading straight away, and the glare from the planet was blinding, especially at one particular spot. And the chancellor of perfection guided the ship safely out of the harm's way of the extreme glare of the planet. It was a dazzlingly beautiful planet, but very bright and shiny. And the chancellor angled down just a bit and decided to go to lower orbit as it ever increasingly got closer to this jeweled planet. Upon closer inspection, Pancho discerns that he can land just beneath the light as the light hovers over another object, which may or may not be attached to the light. It's hard to tell, but the spaceship discerns that it's a landing spot and it's headed there straight away, and Pancho is just watching the whole affair as the ship guides itself, always in a perfect manner. As far as Pancho is concerned, it's just like a nice little rocking chair. And they get closer and closer, and soon they land. The most intriguing place. It looks like an entire world made of moss. And Pancho decides to park and opens the door and decides to have a stroll. And Pancho had a nice little nap, and the ship parked itself into a corner, and they would stay there until Pancho's nap was adjourned, or to something perhaps that he yearned would bring him back into the ship. Most likely it was his bag of treats that he kept just on the left cubicle, and Pancho knew exactly the spot, and he didn't tell nobody, not anybody else at all. But Pancho was still napping in this wondrous planet or land that Pancho's ship has embarked us upon is of great interest, as the ship's log is automatically kept, and it discerns it to be a rare occurrence, what they is observing. Pancho then awakened on this planet of squishy moss. There wasn't much of anything else. Just soft, cushy, squishy moss. And then Pancho noticed it had one little tree, maybe another, and then maybe a 2 or 3. Pretty soon some birds was chirping. Why, next thing you know, Pancho was in the most beautiful spot he'd ever even imagined. See, that's the chancellor of perfection. The chancellor of perfection allows you to see what you want to see, to be wherever you want to be. And the chancellor will see that it is done. And Pancho, Mr. Pancho, has the chancellor of perfection. And we take the chancellor a bit lower. I am the computer record of this chancellor who's guiding this ship. Our patron, Pancho, is having a delightful time. And we patiently wait as he lollygags and gillywonks and does all kind of gillygonks and plays and splatters and jumps into the water, and it isn't any matter. Pancho's having a blast. And the ship is nearby, waiting Pancho's call. You see, Pancho goes where he wants to go and sees what he wants to see. And he ain't telling nobody nothing about any of his tales. But he did let us look at his spaceship, and it is a sight to behold. Well, when old Pancho gets done resting on that mossy mound, he'll come back into his soft and cushy spaceship. And it rocks and bounces and gillywonks and wiggles. Whatever Pancho desires, it certainly delivers. Taking Pancho from here and there and to and fro, and wherever he wants to go. Very few creatures have ever had such luxury as Pancho was enjoying tonight.